Yo, what's up, man? This your boy D, and we back on the porch. I have I have my people here with me. My dude said look like something from off of College Hill. I think I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah,
Beat got
I know I'm
the orange.
giving college vibes, on the porch.
Oh, but today we sitting outside on this porch,
So
man,
where
and
are
we
my
going
guns?
What you went to Syracuse?
I went up.
Oh,
oh
Lord, here
Lord.
he come. Here he come.
Today we sitting on the porch and man, we about to get into this thing. And today we just want to talk about families. We want to talk about building that strong relationship with family. And if you have a relationship with family, if you don't, if you do, however it is, but we want to talk about how can how can we make it through this world with family or without them? You know what I'm saying? Because family is important, and sometimes family burn us in some areas that hurt us, and we don't know we hurting, and we just train our mind to think we all right. Train our mind to think we apologize to them, and we never apologize to them.
Right.
We never got that apology from them, but we done trained our mind to think that's what it was, and we just move on. And we still haven't dealt with a lot of hurt that's going on between us. So let's jump right into it. And let's just start off with let's start off with prayer. Shonett, you lead us in prayer, baby.
Okay, I got you. Father, we thank you and we magnify your holy name on today. We lift you up, Lord God, as we sit on this porch, talking about the thing that is most important to you, and that is family. The way you structured our lives, it's fashioned so that we all must depend on each other, and sometimes that is just not the case. So God, I thank you that you will guide our mouths, that we would say something that is relevant, Lord God, that would say something that is impactful, and God, we would say something that would touch someone in a way that they had never been touched before. It's in Jesus' name we pray. We thank you and say amen.
Amen. Thank you, Miss Shonett. Thank you, Minister, Deacon. Which one? What title we gonna?
We not gonna.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I am. I am licensed and ordained. I am a prophetess. I am also an elder of the church.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
licensed and ordained.
So let's we let's just jump right
Let's jump
into
right
it.
on in.
So we all have family, good or bad. But now that you look always tell something different. But we all have family, good or bad, and we all have been through some things. We all have grew up and been through some things. So with that being said, what did y'all take on families? What did y'all take on just being part of a family and just whether you was the person everybody came to, or whether you was that person that everybody threw away, or you was that person who people just thought, oh, that's just them, I ain't really worried about it. What's how y'all feel about that? Who were Beatty, who were you in your family?
For me, I was the first born granddaughter to my dad's side of the family, where it was all men. So before me, my grandmother was the last female born on his side, immediate side of the family. So I was the princess, like, dresses every day of the week, all day long, no jeans, no shorts. I was their personal baby doll. And on my mom's side, I was the first grandchild to a whole family of mostly women immediately. My grandmother had 4 girls. My dad's mom had 4 boys. So it was definitely the same situation on both sides, except for when I came along, I'm the girl on this side, and I'm just another girl on this side. So for me, I always was the first. And it played a role of the princessness, I guess you want to say, so where I was treated a certain way by them. There's some, like, I'm gonna put it like this. For me, I always just thought I was just the first grandchild, and they just loved it because I was a girl, and there was so many men on my dad's side of the family. So for my sister, it was always or you the light skinned granddaughter with the good hair, and I'm the granddaughter with the nappy hair. So, it's a animosity already for something that don't have nothing to do with me. That's just your insight on how you saw them look at you. But that didn't have nothing to do with me. You, my sister. I never thought it was a difference between me or you. And that's just like on my mom's side, I could have felt like, okay, they took more to my sister because, all right, when we got older and had teenage kids, had kids as teenagers, or they'll watch your child for you to run the street, sell drugs, and do you. But they wouldn't watch my children for me to go to school or go to two jobs that I'm working to take care of a child or two, because your baby daddy not on child support, so no, we not gonna help you because you didn't put your baby daddy on child support. We not helping you. You feel what I'm saying? So you get put in a situation to fend for yourself and do what you gotta do for you. But then people look at you like you crazy when you really be like, fuck all that. I can do this on my own because I done did this already. So as an adult, when you done did that as a kid, as an adult, you in go mode already. It's like it really don't matter to you because somebody already put you in a situation to fend for yourself.
Wow.
So yeah, I had my daughter, you already know, 16, first daughter, second daughter, 18, facts, and I went through a lot with that whole situation and transitioning and dealing with family, even in that. Fast forward now, we grown. Everybody grown. And I don't look at nobody no type of way because at the end of the day, I'm used to making sure that I'm good. When others just look at you like, well, damn, you don't want to be bothered with us, or
right. But shouldn't you? And this is a question for anyone. Yeah. Shouldn't you be able to depend on people that's your blood? Shouldn't you be
supposed to?
Really? Yeah. I mean, if we look at it, it says, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Am I my brother's keeper? And so if that is a fact, then I should, and when we talk about family, I guess we need to define who is family, because when we're born and we have the same blood, that makes us related. You understand what I'm saying? But family is something that grows over your lifespan, and because you may come into my life and add, because you're added value. You see the value in me, I see the value in you. We're more family than the people I'm related to. And that happens because there's a misconception or misperceived notion that just because I'm kin to you, I gotta let you do me any kind of way, treat me any kind of way, and for the sake of family, and it's okay. And the truth of the matter is, I'ma stand like Jesus said. They say your mother and your brother is at the door. He said my mother and my brother is the ones that's serving me, my purpose. So what is your purpose in my life? And if you no longer serve a purpose for me, then I can denounce my relationship with you and be okay, be good. Because family is what you make it. Just because you're related don't make you family. Right. I'm just saying it doesn't. Right. And I mean, I'm 53, and in my 53 years of living, I've come to learn that blood only makes you related. It doesn't make you family.
So what's your take on that, Renata?
My family, well, I was without my family for a while. My mom moved us away to Ohio when I was high school years. I came back home. So my family welcomed me with open arms and everything. Then I was without my original family again after Katrina's. I went back up there. So, being without your family can be a headache too. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go somewhere else and develop a whole new set of family. You know, my children's father, his family became my family. And my friends that I made out there, all of them became my family. I had no family, no blood relation out there, but they all kind of came together with me and made me feel like that they were my family, away from my family.
Okay. So Javon, like for you, how being a black man, being a black man. Oh, I go Shonett with that phone.
I'm crying.
Look, I thought it was gonna be Beadie, man.
Look, I'm about to.
I thought Beadie was gonna be the first person with the
Yeah,
phone.
ain't me, but I'm gonna go ahead on and turn mine, so I'll be up next.
Make sure I turn mine on.
So
Be ready for me. Ready for me.
So Javon, you being a black man growing up, you know what I'm saying? And as black men, we already have a knocks against us just when we come out of our parents' womb.
Yep.
As a black man. But sometimes we have those family members or whoever we dealing with that for whatever reason we got issues with them too. We grew up with issues with them too. How if that was you, how did you deal with those?
I have an issue where I let people go. So whether it's related, friends, if I get a certain type of vibe, I know how to let that situation go. So that's what I do, let it go. I mean, I consider I have relatives that I'm cool with. I have relatives that's family, but most of my friends are more like family to me anyway, because that's who I talk to every day. When I have a problem, they get me through the problem. So, mainly my friends.
Mm-hmm. Man, that don't feel weird. That is
weird,
mostly friends that you have.
I mean, it's weird, but it is what it is.
Right. Wow.
And
So
a lot of times it's in this big age that we are, that we realize that, okay, we might be related to people.
We close as kids, but when
you know,
everybody get older, everybody go their own way, and you have their own life anyway.
Yeah, because you probably didn't like them anyway when you was younger, and you had to be with them just because you was forced. And now you grown, you can do what you want. You know, as an adult. Yeah, as an adult, I don't have to deal with you if I don't want to. My mama can't tell me, oh, you gotta know.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Don't. I don't gotta do nothing.
Especially if they're not doing right.
Yeah, if
You're
you're not doing right by me, you don't see the value in me, you don't see the person I am that I feel like you should see me as, and I dismiss you, that's it. I'm cool with you on that. But I'm not beefing with you. I'm just okay with making sure that I'm at peace with what I got going on. Because what you got going on can't concern me. It can't. Cause the concern you didn't have for me let me know I don't need to be concerned about what you got going on.
Right.
So it's very much a reciprocation thing too. And as an adult, you know, some things we never even thought about like that. Like, you know, like we just said, as kids, all right, our cousin, we going over there. But my grandma is all us over here anyway, you know. Right. Moms and them gone. Oh, well, we got to stick it out to everybody be gone. As an adult, I don't talk to a lot of my family. Like, I really don't. We not beefing. Everybody just living their own lives. And I could be honest and say, I don't feel like it's nobody in my family I really ever had like a beef with. Like, everybody knew I always been one to say what I gotta say. Even as a kid.
I could see
what
that.
happened? My mama went to school many a days, and my teacher said, oh, if she ever want to be a lawyer, she'll be a good one because she loves to debate. But I'm only going to debate you when I'm right. I'm only going to tell you what I know. I'm not about to tell you no stuff that I don't know. But if I know how you make me feel, I'm telling your ass. And if you don't like it, oh well, at least I said it and I can sleep well at night knowing that I told you how I felt.
Right.
So,
and I think that's part of the problem, is the lack of communication, because it's just a general notion or misconceived perception that I'm supposed to take your shit, your I'm supposed to just take it because you are whoever you are, you know, be it mom, be
That's
it
your
sister,
cousin,
be
that's
it
your
cousin,
auntie.
be,
Don't
you
know
know,
to say
you,
your
you supposed, yeah, you're not
yeah.
supposed to say anything. But the truth of the matter is, how you know you offended me if I don't tell you that you offended me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So then you'll keep doing the very thing that bothers me to me because I let you get away with
The
it
first time.
the first
I
time,
ain't said nothing.
and the second time, and the third time. No, you know, we have to learn how to effectively communicate with each other as people, because relationships are not just about, you know, intimate, like, you know, a man and a woman, or what gender, what gender. We in relationships every day. We have our families, we have our jobs, we have co-workers, we have people that we work with, people that we fellowship with. Those are all relationships, and if we lack the ability to effectively communicate, then every relationship that we're in is ultimately affected. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I was always the one that was quiet. Everybody does come to me, you know, Shonett, you know, she can find it out, or she can help you do it, or she, and it was okay for a long time until I moved back, and it became I was inundated with everybody's stuff. Like, and I'm like, and somebody had to tell me, you know, you can't be everything to everybody. And I had to evaluate me. Like, so what is it about you that makes you feel you want to have to be that person for everybody? Because there was something in me that I had to fix. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get you together, then anybody
Everything
that
else
comes,
don't even matter.
it don't even matter. When you get you together, you good with letting everybody else know, hey.
So with getting you together,
Mm-hmm.
my thought is first taking accountability,
Yep.
right?
Right.
Second is no such thing as I'm healed. Is always healing.
Yeah.
Yes.
God be healing.
Absolutely.
You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
The healing process lasts forever.
Yeah. Always.
So, and anybody could jump in on that. What y'all think about? What y'all think about those two things? The accountability and the healing process. Because you hear all the time, "Oh, I'm healed."
Right.
Right. But that'd be a lie.
Yeah.
It'd be a lie. You just know how to suppress it, and you know how not to think about it or try to be like, oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? When the whole time you it's in the back of your mind, you know,
Always
you
in
just
the back of
don't
your mind.
you just don't let it live rent free the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It might cross my mind every now and then, or if a certain situation happen and it take me back to that. But the fact that I've moved on so far since then, it helped me not to be suppressed in that moment or fall into depression for that moment. You feel what I'm saying? Dealing with something that happened to you and you really trying to heal from it, or you thinking in your mind you heal. All it takes is one thing to happen that reminds you of what happened to you. And you right back in the same space sometimes. And you questioning yourself and you wondering, how did this happen to me? You feel what I'm saying? But they got people who are family members who act like you're the problem when you speak on those type of things.
This is just
When at the end of the day, yeah, it was meant to be. Bitch,
it was
what's up?
meant. Yeah,
What's up?
it was definitely meant.
It's my mama that said it's time to say what you gotta say.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it.
That's why you sitting outside.
And you got to know, and she holding that rein up because she making sure I could speak. Because she wasn't able to speak. She was held captive to her secrets and family shit that nobody wanted you to speak on. But she don't want that for me. So that's why we outside. So yeah, situation with me. I had to be probably 8, 9, maybe 9, something like that, 10. And my uncle used to be touching on me. Like, not penetration,
No,
not none of that.
I
Just
get that, yeah.
rubbing on, you know, shit like that at your grandma's house. Yeah, but you know, at that age, are we really even thinking about this being wrong?
Right.
Right.
We don't
You're
know.
a child.
Right.
You're a child.
You're a child, and then you
You don't know.
That's my uncle. I
Right.
say that-
You just like, oh, well, you know.
That's what he's supposed to
But
do.
when you get older and you go to revisit and shit like this, or you in a sexual situation with somebody and now you're like, well, damn, this used to be happening to me when I was younger.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's in my mind that it happened to me, but I never had the chance to speak on it because I never thought it was wrong. Until I'm an adult, and now I'm like, damn, niggas really doing that to me. But now, fast forward, all of these years done passed by, and
I still love my uncle. I still, I've been around him. I know his kids. Kids, like, we were really close.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a never spoke on thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now when you're able to speak on it, the release of that shit,
That part.
listen, slept so good after I went head on and let my daddy know what was up, since he wanted to speak on shit he had no idea of.
Right.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta fucking give that to people. Put it in your lap the way it was put in mine, and see how far you'll get.
Yeah.
Would you be able to go forward the way I've been able to go forward for 41 years?
Wow.
You probably couldn't.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, I love my daddy today, but I know one thing. Me telling you that, man, you pace them floors all night long. What's up? Because I know you. You had all the who, what, when, where, why I could not protect my child, why I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't your fault. It wasn't his fault. He didn't know what was going on. We never said nothing. But I had my reason for not saying nothing. Even when I got a little older and realized it, my daddy would have killed him. You'd have been gone way before your time. If I'd have told my daddy that. You feel what I'm saying? So it was really protecting another family member from another family to not be without the person that I'm supposed to have.
So, wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is the thing, dude. It was so long ago that it happened, and I have been through so many other things since then. I feel like, people like, oh, you over it. Yeah, I really feel like I am over it. And I'm even more over it, the fact that I'm able to speak about it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be keeping it in, or it's a secret,
Yeah.
And I'm not going to speak on the behalf of someone else, but I wasn't the only one that it happened to.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So when that person get their shit together and able to come around and say what it was, I pray for that day. Because maybe you'll sleep a little better too. For me, I've been saying what the fuck I gotta say at this point in my life.
Right.
Say what I gotta say. Nobody about to shut me up. Nobody about to make me feel like I gotta accept their shit or do what they want me to do because they say that this is the best way for it to go. No, we're gonna do it my fucking way. At 41, I'm gonna do shit how I want it to be done. I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna tell it to you, and you can do what the fuck you want to do with it.
Wow.
You can do what you want to do with
I
it. You
think,
can write your check, go cash it, but you can do what you want. I said what I said. And I'm never going to feel bad about telling you how you made me feel or
That
how
part.
something made me feel.
That part.
You have
I
to say
think
your truth.
it's
That's your
accountability
truth. You have to
when I think we don't want to be held accountable for our actions, and so we dismiss our ill doings or our wrongdoings, and people supposed to be passive enough to accept it. And the thing of the matter is, when your wrongdoing bring hurt to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
they can't never get to the place of healing until it's addressed.
Yeah.
So if it's never addressed, that person never gets to a place of healing. Not being healed, healing. They can't. There's no way it can happen. So to go back to what you were saying about accountability and healing, they go hand in hand.
Right.
We got to be accountable. We got to give an account for the things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hurts somebody, then be big enough to be in a space to help bring them to their healing, because I'm being accountable for what I did to you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes all it would take is I'm sorry, but she can't get a I'm sorry at this point because he's no longer here.
Mm-hmm.
So now she has to get her healing from her own way, which is about release.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the release ain't always pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So let me ask you this here. Because we be in a home and we have situations like what happened with David, and it happens in so many homes.
Oh, yeah.
It happens in so many homes. And
Absolutely.
The place that you're supposed to be the
safest.
safest at.
that part.
Right. And and thank God it didn't go no further than what it did.
Absolutely.
Because you have so many women where it went further than what
Yes.
it
Right.
did.
And
Yes.
then I can only
On them.
imagine the things they have to
Right. At 8, 9, and 10.
Yes.
10 years old, the innocence was taken from
Yes.
them. And I'm not just gonna say women, but you have young men
Yes.
that
Yeah.
went through it, where the innocence
Yeah.
was taken away from them at those
Absolutely.
ages.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't you think what goes on in my house stays in my house thing was wrong
It
in a way.
definitely was wrong
It
in
Because-
a
definitely was
lot of
wrong
ways.
in a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways, and I've never played that.
Mhm.
Like my children, I guess because I had them so young too, and knowing what I've been through, for me it was never no. You can't say nothing. You can't have on your own voice. You can't tell me what's going on. You can't. No, I won't know. Because if you know your mom, I'm gonna cut up. So I wanted to know. And I never cared if my children went and told somebody X, Y, and Z happened at my house. Fuck, when you come tell me, well, yeah, I did. I bust that ass. I sure did. Oh, we was arguing. Yeah, we was. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times when you grew up like that, well, you're so hushed, that shit turned to depression.
Yeah.
My mama did that. My mama drank her fucking self to death behind not being able to speak her truth, speak up for what happened to her as a kid. You feel what I'm saying? Something I never knew. But this is what happens when you make somebody feel like they can't speak up for themselves or they can't express their feelings and what they've been through. That shit could go either way. Some people commit suicide, which is crazy. That you can't even tell people how you really feel in the scaredness of them feeling some type of way about you after you tell them how you feel.
Right. And
So,
that's
yeah.
another thing. God forbid I open up and I vent to you and I become vulnerable with you. And now I gotta wonder if my business is gonna be all over the world. Because
in a way
I
that I
shared
didn't
it,
want it to
and
be.
and it shouldn't be that way. But in the climate in the world that we're living in, it's what it is. I know something about you, and I might hold on to it for now.
But as soon as I'm mad, I'm ready to
Mad
tell
day
you.
come, then I'm gonna tell the world what I know about you. So now you got people that I don't want nobody to know my business, so I keep it to myself. And keeping it to yourself starts speaking to yourself. And when you start speaking to yourself and instructing yourself, sometimes it doesn't always end up good for you.
Because because I think this is my thought. When you are in that stage of depression, or when you are in that area, now first you have to turn it over to God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you need to talk to someone.
Yes.
It's one of those things you got to be able to talk, because talking is to the right person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the right person,
Right.
not just anybody, but to the right person. Talking, by listening, by you talking out loud and listening, and you talking to someone who has sound mind also.
Yes.
Some of those things that'll come up like, girl, I think I'm about to kill myself because of what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll turn around.
Right off the ledge.
Exactly.
Sometimes. Just having a conversation.
But our culture was never big on therapy, mental health. If somebody was acting out, that's just them. You just don't pay them no mind. That's just them. But sometimes those acts were really cries for help, and we missed it. And so now in this day and time, I'm just grateful that I was able to come to a place in myself that I'm able to not only use my voice, but be a sound voice and a sound ear for many people that call and talk to me and are comfortable enough to share their vulnerable, become vulnerable with me. And I thank God for that. I do. And I can vent and share with them too. It's a very select few, but I can, and I know that I have that outlet. And some people just really don't feel like they have that outlet.
I don't mean to keep it like it's serious.
But
it need to be discussed. Right. Because so like you had said, Renata, that's a place of no. I think that was one of y'all said. These type of things go on at home where it's supposed to be the safest place in the world to you, right? Where there's grandmother watching you, mama, daddy, babies, whoever, it's you supposed to be safe
Yes.
when you in that element, when you
Right.
in that element, when you come home from school, when you come home from practice or anything, when you make it home, that's supposed to be your safe haven.
Right.
How much of a factor that plays when you have those type of things happen in that safe place or with that relative you felt was supposed to protect you, a la your uncle? How does that plays in the mental state of a kid or someone?
Well,
have
for me,
a,
I feel like at that age, like at the age I was when it was taking place, it wasn't a thought.
Mhm.
It wasn't nothing that I sat down and thought about or felt bad about or nothing like that because I didn't know it was wrong.
Mhm.
I'm a kid. I don't know. It's when you get older and you're experiencing things, you're like, damn, this happened already. I did this already. Well, I was getting such and such and class and all that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, damn, that was wrong, but this wasn't right. I wasn't supposed to be doing this. This person wasn't supposed to be rubbing on me and all that. Like, yeah. So now at that age, you're a teenager now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now everything resonates to you like, well, wow. But you know that you can't really go too far or say too much because it could turn into a whirlwind of other shit.
right.
I.e. my daddy going to jail.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I know him and he would have been out of here. And he would have been out of here and he would have been out of here. If you get what I'm saying. So I think also when I did get older to where I knew it was more of a protection to keep from having our family just falling apart behind me telling my daddy what really happened. So yeah.
But don't that eat you in the inside?
Let me tell y'all something.
It helped you do something. It helped you to know that when you're an adult and you have people, you try to keep it the safest you possibly can when you have little kids around where you know what I'm saying, because you've been there already.
Yeah.
You know what can happen.
So you already on game. You know, not saying that nobody is a problem, but because you want to be sure nobody can be a problem, you do shit a certain kind of way. And it's a kind of way that, you know, my grandmother probably wasn't even thinking she should have been doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking my child like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know.
Right.
You don't know at the end of the day.
Wow.
So all of that just, you know what I'm saying, down the line play a big effect into how you raise your kids. Like, you know, the morals you have for your own self and your own family.
Yeah.
You know, you paying attention to who your kids are around. You know, you're not going to know it all. You never know. Even me, I don't know everything. Some stuff can happen I would never know. But I hope that I instilled in my kids enough to where y'all coming to me and telling me what's something going on. Or if somebody tell you something, you coming and talk to me about it. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about my son come and tell me what they told him. Yeah, that's my little boy. I brought him here. I want to know everything somebody got to say so I can check that shit at the door. Because we not doing that 1990, early 90s and late 80s shit. You know, my mom was born in 63. My mama held that shit for a long time and had to die with that. Not my children, and definitely not me. And that's why I can sit here and say what I say today.
Oh wow.
Because I ain't got time to live my life in that light. I watched that lady. I was like, what's wrong? Like, I used to ask her, like, you want to talk to somebody, you know, whatever. She like, 1 minute she like, oh yeah, I think I do. And then when I call her and like, all right, I found somebody, you know, oh no, I changed my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been back and forth battling your own self.
Yeah.
On should you say something? Because how people gonna look at me once I say what I say. Yeah, that's a lot. Nobody got time for that.
All right. You about to say something?
No, I was saying, mentally, it does have an impact. I have a friend, and I'm not gonna say her name, but she lives in Baltimore, and when I met her, I pay attention to people, real all the time, and so she just was strange, you know, and so I was like about to not be offended, or I didn't understand why she was up one day, down the next, you know. So then I learned, that's when I first learned about bipolarism, and when she began to share with me, now at this point she's in her early 30s. It happened to her when she was 13, 14. It was her uncle of her foster parent, you know, her foster parents' own brother, you know, that was molesting her. Like him and his sons were molesting her.
Wow.
And it never got dealt with. So it can imprison you so much. So I watched this young lady be in a church service, and her foster mom was getting honored, and so the brother who molested her came to the service. Now he never came around or anything before. She began to shake and sweat profusely, so much so that she couldn't even be in the same room.
It was a trip.
And she's still living her life without that being resolved. So it can imprison you in your mind. Mentally, it can actually destroy you.
Wow. Man, this was wow, this was whew. Whew, this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones, man, and whew. I'm glad y'all was able to sit here and be there. Salute you, man, because a lot that's, I guess, and I'm not saying that they should do it on camera, but a lot of our women, especially our black women, they suffer with it. They hold it inside, and they go to the grave with it.
Yeah.
And we try to figure out why there are so, what is mean, what is acting different. One way they somehow they like this one day, and another day they like this, and we try to figure out why certain things trigger them so fast. Instantly they get triggered, and they living with stuff like that they can't get off their chest.
Trauma.
You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, thank the Lord it didn't go to the extent that some people had to deal with. And I just want to, so I'm saluting her over back here. I want to salute you, be able to sit down here and be able to just let it out, because that's real big.
Yeah, and I'd rather say it because I can now.
Like, that's real big. Shoo. Ooh, we about to get out of here in a few. But I just want to get some closing remarks. Renata, with just hearing this, what do you think? What is your thoughts on it?
My thoughts are, I do commend Beauty for coming out, because so many people don't. Like we just said, it causes all kind of issues in life and relationships because you're dealing with that. So it's good to get it out, but people are so silenced for different reasons, and it really takes a toll on our community. I mean, a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people deal with this. So I think it's a issue that definitely needs to be talked about. We need to be more proactive on getting help. We have all these victims that come out 10, 15, 20, 30 years later because of that. Like we need to, I think the awareness really needs to be on speaking soon.
Right.
Speaking soon.
Because we're mute on the wrong things.
So closing thoughts, Ron, what you think?
I believe that's the latest.
Well, it can still be a guy thing, because you got you do have men that been through it, and
they don't talk about it.
They don't talk
they
about
feel
it.
like it's a form of them being gay, or if it was another man who did it to them, now they gotta be worried about how people gonna look at them.
And here's my thing, and I could be wrong, but my thought process is, I truly believe most men that are gay is because they was touched as children.
Yeah, so I believe so.
I truly believe that.
I believe that too.
As children, they was touched, or they had other men in their family do things to them,
and they was seeing it.
And just like what Beta said, they thought it was okay because they seen somebody who's supposed to have their safety doing this to them, so they figured, okay, this was supposed to be. And I'm not saying that happened to you, Javon. I'm just saying, what are your thoughts on it as a man, coming from a man point of view?
It's harsh death. Anybody that touch a child, male or female.
Hey, can't get no simple than that. Can't get no simple than that. Wow. Okay. All right. This was a very interesting, very interesting
Much
show.
needed.
Yeah.
Very interesting show.
The topic
Yeah.
wasn't picked before we got here. So
Yeah.
it was meant to be.
Yeah. This was very interesting.
And it didn't rain.
No,
Thank
and
you,
they
Mama.
held up. The rain held up. You know what I'm
this
saying?
was meant.
This was
This
much
was meant.
interesting. And then with the fact that what we went through to try to get
Get
this
it together.
Yeah.
to get this together all week long. You know what I'm saying? It was a topic that had to be done. And man, I want to thank y'all for coming. I want to thank y'all for coming sit on the porch.
Absolutely.
Actually sitting outside today. We're gonna be back again next month. Y'all gonna come back next month? Okay.
Absolutely.
So probably be early the next month. Maybe next week, 2 weeks from now. I don't know. But
Just let us know.
so
Got to get it together.
oh, I know you. But you
Yeah, we
gonna
about
be
to go.
going through the 17th
No,
Yeah, we leave from the 7th to the 11th.
11. We'll be
11.
back on the
Yeah.
12th. Yeah.
on the 12th.
Yeah, we'll be back on
On
the
the
12th.
12th. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll see y'all at Super Sunday. Huh? I know I'm gonna see him out there.
What's Super Sunday?
That's Sunday.
Oh yeah, we
here on the
outside.
17th.
What's
Yeah,
up?
we outside.
I guess I'll see y'all there. I know I'm gonna see. I
Well,
know
you
I'm
know,
gonna see Javon.
listen. I'm
You from uptown, so you should be.
No,
That's the only reason.
reason.
I really don't be at Super Sunday a lot, but because it's uptown, I'm
St.
gone.
Joseph night and all
Yeah.
that.
St. Joseph
Yeah.
night is Tuesday.
Yeah, you know, because it's
Yeah,
uptown, I gotta be up here. You know what I'm saying? But so
Yeah.
You already
come?
know she not coming.
Wait a minute.
I'm like she don't come
Sunday,
outside.
baby.
She might come
Thank
outside.
So you come?
I don't know. I have to look at my schedule. Thank you.
Check out Paul Body.
Nah. Might be moved up.
Okay.
Ooh, they had said that.
Oh,
you
man.
know. They had
So-
said that.
Man, like I said, I want to thank y'all again for coming. My girl Shonett, Renata, Beatty, Javon, thank y'all for coming sit on the porch. And next time we're gonna make it light. We got to because you know you
Oh, yeah,
start.
it's gonna
Yeah,
be
it was
enough.
deep. It was
yeah,
But
was
we
deep.
wasn't expecting that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that it went though.
It was deep, you know. I'm gonna be running these clips, and they're gonna have people putting crying emojis and stuff in the
But listen,
in the
it's gonna
let's
comments.
see how
Yeah.
many people we
It's
help.
gonna help somebody.
That's true.
Somebody done been there and had to deal with that
Listen.
shit and still dealing with that shit. Trust me.
Yes.
Listen. This was for a reason.
Yeah.
This was definitely for a reason.
Right. Because all you need is one. The
All you
Lord,
need,
the Lord
yeah.
said all you need to
All
do is
you
bring
need
me
is
one.
That's
it.
one.
That's one.
He who wins the soul is wise.
Ooh,
That's all.
ooh, ooh, that's all right, minister.
Heavy in it. Heavy in it. You got to know. Don't let the little flash and all that other stuff fool you. Heavy in it.
Man, so I want to thank y'all for coming on the porch. And we're gonna see y'all next time.
All right.
Get the hell off my porch now. Y'all
Listen,
Been kicked out of better
you
place.
didn't have no snacks.
No potato
You ain't
chips,
had no
no
snacks.
pickles, no
They
big
talk about
shots.
some
No,
get
no
out.
Snacks inside.
Oh,
That's not the porch. The porch is where it's supposed to be. Everything's supposed to